Hello, God's most beloveds. It's Tessa here once again, and this is part 2 of my series on my journey to overcoming low self-esteem. So if you didn't watch part 1, please go on my TikTok page Esther N32 and on my YouTube at SEN. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, as well as share my videos, with your loved ones. So today, part 2, I'll begin by telling yet another story of one of my worst, most embarrassing moments because of low self-esteem. So in high school, fast forward, we're now in high school, and guys are starting to notice you, but when you don't know yourself, you're like, what do these people even want from me? Like, what do they see? Because you don't see yourself. So there's this one particular guy I remember. He was my friend. So we used to stay in the same area. So he would walk me home all the time. We would walk together home. And then he would, I would stop at home and then he would proceed. I didn't even know where he stayed. So this guy, every time we would walk, he would tell me so many stories. But I would never look at him. So I didn't even know how he literally looked like. Again, like in the previous video. So one time I'm in the marketplace, and then someone comes and is screaming, Esther. And when you have low self-esteem issues, there are always those who once in a while bold moments where you're bold and you look at someone randomly, like a stranger now calling you in a marketplace. So someone calls me Esther, and I'm like, who are you? Do I know you? And the guy's like, Esther, you don't know me really? And I'm like, no, I really don't know you. And it's like, Esther, how can you say that? How can you say you don't know me? And I'm like, I seriously don't know you. I don't know you. I've never seen you before in my life. So he's like, wow, okay. And then he goes. So I go home, and then I start thinking, who is this guy? Who is this guy who was telling me he knows me? So I sit, and when I now start to think back, I then remembered the voice, because I would always listen to his story. So his voice came back to my mind, and then I remembered, oh my God, this is this particular person. I won't mention his name. So I remembered as Jesus Christ, oh my God, he's going to be so upset. Just know, it's since then he never spoke to me again. He didn't speak to me again. So low self-esteem can literally even make you lose your friends, because now if you're in a very, very bad scenario like the one I was in, when you don't even look at their faces, now people are coming and randomly you're telling them you don't know them, and you have to first recall their voices and be like, I must have been this person. But yeah, so low self-esteem is really a bug that has to be dealt with, because it affects your relationships. And if you're a girl and you walk into marriage, it's going to affect your marriage. It's going to affect your work. It's going to affect your spiritual life in general. So you're never going to really live to your fullest potential if you don't deal with this bug that eats you from within. Because if you're a woman, you're now the kind of woman who is going to walk into a marriage and then accept bare minimum from your partner. You're going to accept the way they treat you, even though they treat you less than what you want them to treat you as. And you know what you deserve. For example, your partner can tell you, oh, no, me, I don't do this. And then you're going to put up with that because you're like, if this guy now leaves me, who is going to love me again? So you're going to find yourself in a position where you're accepting bare minimum from people all the time, because you don't even know your worth. You're stuck in this bubble where you're like, if I lose this person, if they live my life, I'm going to be stuck, and then I have to start over again. And you're even afraid. When you have low self-esteem, you're afraid to start over again, because you're not sure if there's someone out there who will give you everything that in your heart you want. Because even with low self-esteem and you can't speak up, you still know, I would have wanted this, I would have wanted this. You still know, these things. So this is something that has to be dealt with. And if you're in a school setting, like for me when I was in P7, girls had started, crushing on boys. And as I told you in my previous video, I was never one to make friends rather people came to me and asked me to be their friend. So it means the people in my life were more bold, they were more assertive than me. They would speak their minds, I wouldn't. So it means Azor is like working for them. You know, you find yourself in a place where you're pleasing people, doing things that you know in your heart are not right, but you have to do them because you want, you know, to keep these people in your life, and you think, oh, I'm doing this because I love them, but actually you're doing that because you have low self-esteem and you can't walk away from such people. So many people will manipulate you if you keep carrying this low self-esteem. For example, if a girl in class had a crush on a guy, and then this guy had someone he loved, but this girl who had the crush on a guy is your friend, you would now be forced to hate that girl, because you're hating her on behalf of your friend. But you know, really, this person I'm hating has never done anything wrong to me, so why am I hating them? But you're actually hating them because your friend hates them. So even find yourself participating in sin that is not really for you. And in work, you're going to settle for less, you're going to settle for a lesser salary, you're always going to be settling for less. Like if someone gives you less, to you it will always look like more. So this is something that really has to be dealt with, because I feel once you get out, I know once you get out of it, once you start rediscovering yourself, once you start knowing your worth and your value and all that you're capable of and what you deserve, and you put your mind to it, because the Bible tells us, as a man thinketh, so he is. And if you're a reader, I know you've probably landed on books that will tell you it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Change your mindset to attract the things that are for you. So if you don't heal from within, if you don't heal from low self-esteem, you're not going to be able to attract. Even the universe can't respond to you, because for you, in your mind, less is what you deserve. So the universe is also always going to be aligning to your will of less. So what I want to say to you today, if you're like me and you're battling with low self-esteem like I did, and if you're finding yourself in a hole where you find yourself in spaces where you feel you're not worthy, you feel you're not getting enough, I want you to start with baby steps. Like today, I want to tell you to start by affirming yourself. Wake up and look in the mirror. If you're a mom, probably your body has changed and you don't love yourself as much as you used to. You don't find yourself attractive. You probably got stretch marks and there, a bit of a loose belly. So you don't love yourself. So I want you to give it a go. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm beautiful. I'm worthy. I'm worth the love. I'm extraordinary. I mean, look at me. Keep affirming yourself. And also what you listen to. Be mindful of what you listen to. Get motivational speeches from people who speak into your life. Get people who are going to keep telling you can do it, you're worth more than it. Like, keep listening, keep feeding your mind instead of wasting your time on watching funny things on your TikToks and on your other pages. Rather spend your time watching the motivational things, the things that really speak to you from within, so that every time, even when you find yourself in places where you hear these voices in your head telling you, you're not enough, you can't do it, you can't do it, you're going to silence those voices by saying, but I'm enough. If you hear a voice saying, if you lose that man, you're not going to get another man like him, you tell him, but the one who watches over me does not sleep or slumber. So God will provide. He's my provider. He's the creator of heaven and earth. Like, always, every time a negative thought comes to your mind, replace it with a positive thought. That's why you need to start feeding positively from now on. This is what I'll share for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, and comment. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my videos with that person that you feel this video is going to help. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.